Okay, good evening. And oh, sorry, I had closed it out. All right, so I did because this game can have such a grindingly slow start. Download one mod for this. Um, Go ahead and show you. I actually found two that did very similar things, and I decided this one's probably going to be a little bit better. See, the description says, I can't be bothered with the hand mining and crafting first hour, so I increased the starting equipment to remove the hand mining stage of gameplay and jump straight into using trains. Hopefully enough items to get a small factory and power station running. Doesn't affect research, you still need to do all of that. So, um, let's go ahead and delete my test map there. Just making sure the mod didn't actually break anything. Uh, and so we'll make sure my chat window is on top. Go ahead and start a new game. I'm not going to mess with any of the resources. I'm not going to mess with any train settings. Uh, we want, actually, you know what? I'll tell it to save a replay and we can condense this down maybe later. Difficulty, normal. I'll leave pollution on, but actually I want to turn on peaceful mode, which is going to make it so the enemies don't attack us. Alright, so this is Factorio Free Play. Your task is to launch a rocket into space. Do this by constructing a rocket silo and launching a rocket. You will need to advance research automated technologies in order to unlock the rocket silo. Start small, work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect yourself from the natives. First things first, check our map. Oh, wow! All of our resources are tightly clustered together into one area. And there's some water that's not too far away, so that actually looks like it's really nice. Oh, yeah. So this is a really good start. All right. And so, yeah, here's our starting kit, which the fact that I've got some trains, some rails, all of this stuff is a little bit unusual. Right. I guess that just doesn't stack. Okay. So we'll actually put. Oh, yeah. Okay. So they changed the way the tool belt works in this version. Uh, so these now actually point to things in my inventory rather than um, actually hold them there, which is good. So, all right. I'm not going to fuss too much about putting stuff together here. Right. Whoops. Let's see, here we go. Offshore pump. Well, we will need some water. And pipe. And yes, the pipe automatically filled up with water. The offshore pump does not use electricity for whatever bizarre reason in this game. Unusual? Oh, I'm not sure. I caught up with chat a bit ago, so I'm not sure what you might have been referring to there. Ah, here we go. There's the boiler. All right. So we're going to rotate that. Um, Yeah, we'll point the boiler down. Okay. And at least put our starting labs here. At least one segment of pipe to stretch that out. And where's my generator? Steam engine. There it is. So that is a very basic setup for running power. Where'd the coal patch go in the dark? I can't see. Here we go. Plop down at least one burner miner on there. And find me a tree to chop down. Oh, no, he gives me a log. Put our log in the burner miner. We put the chest in front of it. Put the coal in the burner miner as fuel. We want to lay out some mining kit for both metals and for coal. And now, now we'll lay out our belts. All right. Oh, that's funny. I'm close there. It's kind of like a mind game, yes. All right. Gave me a standard inserter. I'm going to want to correct that at some point. Uh, so your typical mind game. uh, Okay, there we go. Your typical mind game makes you do everything by hand. This game is about forcing you to automate things. So, yeah, I had to get a little start with some manual mining going, which I skipped with a mod to get myself going in the first hour. Now I'm going to stick the coal that I've had the machine dig up into the boiler. It's heating up some water. Down here I have a steam engine. It's powering this kit. Yeah, the red is telling me, hey, all of this stuff doesn't have power flowing to it. You need to do something about that. Now I've powered those. I've powered these two miners, which I'm not going to worry too much about at the moment because I've got, well, more stuff I need to wire up. That'll get those two guys going. I want to make sure that the coal is going into the furnace first. Yeah, you'll notice this now says it's out of fuel. I want to try and get coal down here before everything runs out of power. Yep, there we go. So that's going to keep the power flowing. All right, so the next step, I need to lay down some furnaces. Because, um, I may be able to mine up iron, but if you look, it's actually iron ore. Oh. It says iron item on the ground, item iron ore. So what I want to do is get these. Oop, that put it in my inventory, iron ore. So drop that on the belt. All right, and once again, inserters feed into here. Do the trick for it. Planned on expanding. And what does it take me to do my research here? Science pack. Oh, copper plates and gear wheels, and I've got the kit for that. Plenty of. So we start crafting 20 science packs. Pull up the technology tree. First thing I want, automation. Of course, this is all red, saying it's got nothing to feed into it. I'm going to want to, let's see, where is it? Automation 2. Oh, they must have rebalanced the tech tree. No. Logistics. Here we go. Logistics lets me build a splitter and send resources on two different belts. So I'm going to want to put in a splitter on my coal and send some of it down here. And do the same thing with the copper before I actually fuss with anything else. That looks a bit weird. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's showing me that this belt feeds into the side on that one. Got it. And same thing here. This belt is feeding into the side on that one, so it looks elevated. All right. Oop. Don't need two inserters on that. I want to feed out to a belt. Yellow actually is also bad. That says there's no way for me to get power to this. But I've kind of been, I'm going to say skipping steps deliberately. I'm not worried about Getting everything hooked up right away. So now all of the yellow goes away. All of this is powered. Oh, you're facing the other way around. All right. I am apparently hitting the wrong thing for that. Where is my pickup? Yeah, pick up items on the ground. So we're going to move the pipette to a different key and pick up my 2 pieces of copper ore here. Drop them on the belt. And you can see the copper is being fed into one side of the belt. It's not spreading itself out even as it log jams. I've got all of my science built. I'm going to come down here to our research stations, stick the science into it, so it'll start doing our researching. Oh, let's take a look. Logistics is cost 15. I'm going to want to build another 5 science packs. All right. And you're just going to sit there forever waiting on more fuel because your emergency fuel supply not actually intended to do anything. Although we'll whoops. We'll at least get the belts for this started. Split that. All right, so we're going to do the logistics next. And I don't care too much about this, so I'm just going to stick all 5 of you in the same one. All right, so that's going to guarantee that we have coal on one side, copper on the other, coal on one side, iron on the other. And logistics is going to give me, yeah, it's going to give me the underground belts as well. So now I have some assembling machines, which are the core of this game. I want to have you build me belts, which is going to take iron plates and iron gear wheels. So I actually need you set. Okay, yeah, you're going to set to build a belt. And I need another one set to build iron gear wheels. And so we want to take gear wheels, which are built from plates. And taking gear wheels built from plates and plates themselves, making more belts because I am about to run out of the 300 belts I started with. Okay. And I may very well just give in at this point. plop some lamps down. I'm going to be hopeless without lighting. Oop. Running into my research stations there. Okay. I can see all of this is complaining that it doesn't have fuel. It's waiting to produce things once I have logistics to be able to split off my um, belts. Uh, smash or I will go back to Super Smash when they release the next DLC character. I think they announced that as Joker from Persona. I'm not super familiar with the Persona series, but um, it's on my I should probably play this eventually list. And yeah, Shovel Knight will finish up the Plague Knight series Monday. Move on with Spectre Knight. Yeah, Black Knight. I think I actually like him as a character the most. I don't particularly like his boss fight. Did I miscalculate something? Because we're not proceeding with research. Spectre Knight is the fellow with the graveyard level. Oh, times 20. Okay, I misread the wrong. It said 15 units of time, 20 units of research. So that's why we were log jammed. And these are a copper plate and an iron gear wheel. So we're going to have to start planning. Yeah, well. All right, so that should get me all ready for once we pop logistics. I need to build one burner inserter. Which is a special kind of inserter that powered by coal. Go ahead and power that. And then we'll put a regular powered inserter next to it. Actually, we'll reverse that. Put the burner inserter there. Powered inserter there. So the powered one should go first. And stock you up with coal. Yes, I did play Nintendo Land. Um, okay, so We're going to want to research all the improved logistics. Oh, that's expensive. Okay. Okay, so I think with peaceful mode on, the most important thing to really start getting built up is electronics. Yeah. Since we're in peaceable mode, we can skip a lot of research. All right. So we need to build a couple underground belts and a ton of splitters. But yeah, talking Nintendo Land, I enjoyed some of their mini games. The Link Archery. I'm going to say Link. It was they put you in Mies, but you ran through Hyrule. That one was fairly fun. I really mastered the balloon fight game. Um, I don't know that there were that many really good games in it, though. It it didn't appeal too much to me, and I think it was that it was just simple stuff. Oh, the Donkey Kong, um, whatever barrel thing it was, that was also pretty fun. Just noticed I forgot to put inserters over here to pull the plates out once they finish. All right, so you can see this is starting to put together some steel plates. The way this is engineered, they're at least going on both sides of the belt. Actually, me think about this. I want to balance this. So I'm going to stick all of those on the right and put the splitter down, or all of them on the left. And so now they balance left to right. And do the same thing here. That's going to go all to the left. And splitter. Balance onto the right. Ridley and Ice Ridley. I remember there was a Metroid minigame, but I don't remember playing it. I probably fought those, but I don't remember it. Okay. So I've got... Oh, you're going to have to pull out of the way. Okay. Alright, so that's going to give me a belt of iron plates and copper plates to start building things with. And this can very much use improvement in layout, but I'm not worried about that right now. Okay, so I want to probably take a minute and have this build up a number of belts for me. Now that we've got a factory started. Actually, I've got plenty of copper and iron plates to seed things with. So we want to start building science pack automation. That's copper plate and iron gear wheels. So yeah, we're gonna start with that. I do have another underground belt. Um, we'll feed that over and then split. That's going to put iron plates, copper plates next to each other. To have two assembly machines again. One for gears, one for science packs. In, out. Now we're going to come over here, pair these boys up, as we're about to start feeding science into a real thicket of science production. Actually, you know what? Point this down. Got... No, I don't have another underground belt feeder, but we can make one. All right. So we're just going to plop these two whoop, cliff in the way. There. Power that. I'll power where I can stick some inserters. And actually thinking about it, grab myself another set of belts. And what we're going to do here's my underground. Take all of those together on the loop and let this loop around so that both science vessels get fed. All right, so that's going to give me my basic research going. What else do I need to start making? Belts. We'll need to start making inserters. Okay. Electronic circuits. That's actually something I'm going to want to feed on its own belt. So that's iron plates and copper cables. The game has a day and night cycle. So it'll go from being dark to being well lit. And that's why I plopped down a whole bunch of lights throughout my little base here. with the lights on. I don't care about the day-night cycle. It still is kind of dark because I didn't drop lights everywhere, but it's a lot better than just running around in absolute darkness with no care whatsoever for what can and can't be seen. And of course, being zoomed out on the view doesn't help much either. All right, we're looking for. Right, electronic circuits. Okay, so drop down assembling machines. Oh, actually, I'm going to go up with my belt line. So we're going to splitters. Belt. It's going to give us both elements running up this way. I'm actually going to drop my first assembling machine right here because just need wire. And both of you, whoops, going to feed into assembling that is making electronic circuits. And that's the sound that says research finished. 75 versus 50 versus 30. We'll do 30. All right. Now, I'm also starting to think that maybe some of what I ought to be doing at the moment. You know what? No, I'm not going to fuss with it. I'm not going to start laying down tiling and everything. So yeah, you can see it's daytime now. So everything is green, it's visible, it's lit. A bit like Minecraft, the day-night cycle in this game is real short. I think Minecraft day and night is like 24 minutes real time. In this one, it's something like 10 or 12. All right, or at least it always feels like it that way. Oh, and you filled up immediately, didn't you? Oh, or no? No, you weren't able to get the iron plates. I didn't go far enough. I was one short. Okay. But I do want to pull it out almost immediately. All right. So we've got all of our elements here. I see this is not filling up too fast, so I want to try and get some more furnaces going. Do the same thing going the other way. Oh, well, at least I'm not fussing too much for belts. I've already got that automated. Grab our belts. Dump all of this onto our furnace line. That's going to basically double our iron plate production all at once. And it spreads out down here, and it should start filling up like our copper line. Right now, we're pretty well stocked on setting up for burning copper. We don't have too much that actually uses it. Although, I'm going to re-engineer this a little bit. There, you come out here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Now, light that back up. That's going to feed everything that's needed over into this guy. And I can just a little shy. Light posts or power poles everywhere with this. All right. So now we can feed that into 2 assemblers. And it looks like it'll feed in quite nicely. Oh, and because I moved you, I have to reassign the recipe. All right. Yeah, that's definitely working out pretty nice. All right. And we're already finished with the fast researcher, or fast inserter research. 50, 75. I'm going to go ahead and just clear off some of the simple research here. Let's just go ahead and blast through some elements while I figure out what else needs to be automated for crafting. Oh, yes, inserters. I'm running low on inserters. I should probably automate that. All right. What does it take? Iron plate, iron gear wheel, and electronic circuit. Oh, well, that kind of explains why I was fussing over getting electronic circuits ready. All right. Oh. All right. So we're going to go ahead. Let's go put everything on the right. Splitter. Balance. Now we'll take our electronic circuits, drop them on the belts, fill this thing up. There we go. I'm going to just fill the belt up. Go ahead and drop all of you into the assembling machine so that that's going to drop it on the rest of it on the belt. Okay. Start the simple researches. All right. Need to start making assemblers. Electronic circuits, iron gear wheels, and iron plates. So, make a bunch of these underbound belts and splitters. Which, so you know what? While I'm thinking about it, I want to set this so it doesn't build too many belts. Although, this game, that's really rarely a factor. All right. Do, 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 do. Oh, and I see I'm starting to fill up on the red science. That's going to put all of my red science on the outside line. Yeah, I don't really see a way to force it. No, I could force it on the inside line. I think. Yeah, no, that's going to balance somewhat. We'll do the military research because I am going to need to, or probably want to fight biters at some point in this game. All right. Still not. There we go. That's going to put everything on the outside line. I need to figure out some way to put things on the inside line there to simplify, but anyway. All right. So I need gear wheels. So I'm just going to go ahead and make them each place I need them. Circuits are fine. Having one giant consolidated place. Really? Wow. All of that was lightning fast. Just from 2 research stations. All right. It really does feel like they rebalanced this game something weird since the last patch. I didn't mark it in the tags, but I think technically Factorio is still considered early access. They keep making major gameplay changes. So I'm running their 0.17 beta right now. I completed the entire game. I did the rocket launch that they talk about in the little intro text I read out in version 1.5. So it's been a while since I've played this, and it's kind of interesting to see what changes they made, because they definitely changed the technology tree. They changed the science requirements. All right. But so splitter. Ground belt. So that's going to get me everything I need for that. Splitter. An underground belt. That should now have plates and yes, okay. So iron plate, iron gear wheel, and electronic circuits. So assembling machine. Not a belt. Going to make actually I need a long-handled inserter for this. I think. Didn't mean to make an assembly machine. I've got plenty. You know what? Yeah, we're just going to skip all that. Go ahead and start doing the logistics science. Start being able to get that going. Okay. So I do need more belts. Oh, I don't. Oh no, there it is. Plate and gear wheel, electronic circuits, and actually, didn't need the long-handled inserter. Was just necessary to get it pointed around right. Now we're gonna pull you out into the chest. I know I'm gonna need to pull some of these off for the next level of science pack, but you know, it says transport belts and inserters, but at the moment I feel like I'm quite happy with just coming down over here. Saying, okay, we're going to say build me assembly. Oops, not build an assembly machine. Drop down an assembly machine. Chest, chest. Is over. Oh, I know what I'm going to do for feeding things in. Inner keys. And to put down a light pole or power pole. And you'll be able to assemble my science packs once I fill these things up with the required pieces. We'll actually start with this. 50... Oh, and I forgot to tell you what to build. Oh, because I can't. I haven't finished actually researching logistic science. And apparently, This seems to be going so fast, it's using up all of my science packs. Yeah, in that first research station. Well, that could be slowing things down. Way. That's going to get you fed. And then similar trick over here. It's a light around, I think. Ants pack. Ants pack. Actually, yeah, I can barely squeeze these things out. Round belt. There. All right. Oh. So I ended up moving things around so that that light wasn't positioned in a spot. Okay. Well, this game is about improving things, and I haven't really pulled up. Let's see, production statistics. Let's see my production lines here, how effective they are. So, how much of each item I am producing over time, and whether I'm running out of things. And overall, my capacity is doing fine. But within each section, like right now, I am very clearly running this machine dry on producing gears. And I have put this together so tightly, I don't really have the ability to further finagle that. Oh no, and I'm completely running myself out on metal plates. So iron plates, I mean. So no, did not want to do that. Okay. Now I need to tidy this up. There we go. That's gonna generate a lot more of the iron plates and hopefully keep me running out again like I did. I caught that early. That was lucky. All right. All that coal on the line. Oh, yeah. Pull up my Okay, now that I've got this, let's see, landfill, fill in water, advanced material processing, circuit network, engines, tool belt, uh, sticks 2, solar power. What do I really need? Automation 2. That's really kind of what I need. No. Yes. Got steel processing, so I can make steel. I want the circuit network. Okay. I come over. Up on this. Drop. Load of it there. Down here. You. There. Tell you to start making green science. Should fill in on the inner ring here. Under. Fill in. Yes. So that way I'm not going to bottleneck up. No! No! Because my loop is going round. Right. So I'm going to take you out. Up here. There we go. So now the both of you are coming in on the top line. My green science is now going to continue making the loop on the inside. I'm clearly not making enough green science to do this quickly, but that's kind of good enough. All right. Way more electric mining up here. And I've run myself out of power poles. Okay. So it's now time to start stupid, inefficient power distribution network down. Put up some big ones. It's going to get me a number of power poles back. Enough for now. Oh no, you're mining out some coal! Alright. Two filter inserters for this. Well, I want to make sure that my production lines of things don't cross elements. It's really, really difficult to... actually, you know what? I'm a box here instead. It's really difficult to deal with getting stuff in the right place when you've got a random thing that doesn't belong in amongst them. So you may not have noticed, but part of the reason why my iron production, well, one of the problems with my iron production is that when it backed up, all the coal started filling both lines. In fact, you'll notice down here, the last bit here, coal is on both sides of this belt. So that's keeping these last furnaces from being able to actually do any work because they can't get the iron they need. So I was really concerned with making sure that all of this is feeding safely into a single item. All right, so I need to whitelist. Where is it? Iron ore. And over here, put down another belt. Feed over into this. And your whitelist is going to be coal. So, actually, you know what? Redirect this. Up in the actual coal line. So now both of those are sorting out what is getting pulled up by this mining drill that is mining up both iron and coal. You're not mining anything but iron. You're not mining anything but iron. Okay. That's all good. All right. And now let's look at our production statistics. All right. So I am using as many plates, about 125 plates, as I am producing about 125 plates. So that means I need to still be doing even more iron production. Well, part of that is fairly easy. I can make 2 more electric mining drills. stuff I have on. And just drop those down. Power pole down. Get this to balance out to 1 minute. So my plate consumption. Yeah, no, I'm way over consuming iron plates right now somehow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just tearing through. Oh. Oh, this isn't helping. I don't know when that happened. That's actually upping my iron plate consumption. All right. So you're stopped. You're full up of belts, belt parts. And I still need more. Yes, I do have a me somewhere in the Nintendo cloud, I guess. Uh, and going back to the other thing I see at the top, DLC is downloadable content. So any sort of expansion or software can get referred to as DLC. But yeah, I do have a me somewhere. I've got a 3DS, so that has a me set up for it for Street Pass purposes. Alright, so it looks like our production here isn't even firing all 8 furnaces for iron. Light on this situation. Um, I need still more mining. Grab a handful of electronic circuits. I need plate. Grab a handful of electric plate. There. 2 more miners. You're gonna be overlapped. So right. Oh, I know what's happened. I am overrunning my power. I've been running all of this off of one steam engine. So, let's plop down another 2. Yeah, there we go. Now those boys are humming. And we immediately fill up on iron ore. Okay. So that's good. Going to rebuild the belt balancer for this. Direct that over there. Actually, redirect it this way. There we go. And I think I need to build another couple furnaces for making plate. Just to be consistent. Oh. Right. I used up all my iron plate. That up there. Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to have to rejigger that eventually, but that'll come when it comes. Feeding out. I need to distance power transit. There. Get me a couple of power poles I can again. I don't have any lag over here. Everything's golden. All right, let's look at production statistics again. Okay, yeah, there we go. Producing 200 plates, only consuming about 120. So I have definitely well exceeded production parameters now. 220 produced, 128 consumed. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to see. And that's part of why this game is somewhat interesting. Is it is not immediately obvious what is causing a production problem. It can be any number of factors, and they give you so many tools to have to try and figure it out with. All right, so it's definitely going to fill that line back up. Gotta go ahead. Just get that out of my inventory. Somebody who needs And oh, yeah, now this is definitely using all of the production of green circuits, which is not good. Um, so I'm going to use the same trick I was doing before. Whoops. Build this. With a split. Filling it with copper wire. All right, and then we need production machines. Out, out. Circuits, circuits. And here we go. Okay. Same trick here, basically. Science. Power. And out. Oh, I did run out of inserters. Go ahead and do that as well. Inserters have such a smaller stack size. That'll start putting out the green science again. All right. Light without power isn't too much of an issue. Let's get the warning off my screen. All right. That's going to keep me in science fields. What do I... Oh. I need to start automating building automation machines and mining machines. So... Iron gear wheels, electronic circuits, iron plates. Go ahead and... extend my circuit belt this way. Copy all of this over. Well, actually, hold on. Still watching this, not quite feel both machines. Well, actually, looking at it, okay, I now have enough green science going. Both of my research stations seem to be satisfied. They're going to eventually fill up on the science. To start building assembling. So same kind as what we've plate, iron gear wheel, machine, take my go and build all three of them through. All right, it's down, over, iron gear. Next, I've used up all of my easily accessible upgrades to the basic power poles. It really is time for me to come over here, start punching trees to get some wood. Make some basic power poles. Gears, you're assembling that there. Out. And box. Let's come up here and look at our green circuit line. I don't have enough copper wire being produced. Feed to these. All right, there we go. That got me my next research. Automation 2. Automation 2 should probably be. All right. So both of want to and I know what I'm going to. I did do some long-handed. Yeah. Let's do another one. So now I need power. Just the medium. I don't particularly like them. I feel like they're a little cheaty. Coming out, that's coming out, that's going in, that's going in. All right, and you tell you to copper wire and you to wire. And clear the line. Side. All right, and here we're definitely filling up on the iron plates. Here. Dump a load of them in. Yes. All right. Yeah, now that's filled up on copper wire. Drop this back down. You to make plates. Plates. Assuming all is well and good and stable, I can set up another. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to tell you what to build. Of course, you're just sitting there. All right, I think that should now be much production out of that as I can achieve. Realistic sense. All of you are going, and I don't see this emptying out anytime soon. So, question is now, do we have... Whoa! Oh. And that's why I set things up the way I did. So, my fuel got interrupted. I rotated something without intending to. Correct the kink in the line, get things started up, and the burner inserter here is going to start the power flow. All right. Because more efficient labs is always important. It's able to get me restarted once I correct the problem. All right. Let's get along. All right. So yeah, it looks like I am now building more electronics. Nope, you just caught up. So I am able to consume many We'll have to wait a couple minutes to see the long term. I think I'm doing, yeah. I think I'm making more electronic circuits than I am using now. Actually, so a buildings tab. This oh. All right. So yeah, it's not going to help me any. I know I am nowhere near using all of the water that I'm able to get from this. So, all right. Uh, to deal with. Kind of need to. I also kind of enjoyed the fact that I've half goofed off, half built a rubbish factory this evening without really worrying about long-term goals. Getting the basics started, finding out what 1.7 is like for balance. So I'm seeing this back up a little bit. That's good to see. It's capped. You're going fast as you can be fed. So are my main consumer there? Well, let's find out how well you two guys supply circuits after all. Out. Circuits. Circuits. Alright, so yeah, now that's starting to go through all the wire that this can produce as quickly as possible. I'm really trying to be silly here. And not a serious design. Ran out of belt. Am I producing that over right where I was? Okay. All right, there we go. That'll feed that around. See that mess of copper wire go all the way up. Yes. So I think I am now producing at maximum capacity. Very close to. This is able to put out. Oh, and it's catching up. So that was enough circuit production capacity now. So it's about 1 to 2 on the wire to plate thing. All right, so this is actually engine. Why do I need engine for fuel handle? That's a weird choice. All right, well, I can see my green science production here is pretty much maxed out, well exceeding what I am consuming to research labs there. Um, grab some circuits off the belt, build another research lab. Drop you down. Actually, here. There. Put the light back. And so that's going to increase my speed on the research another percent. Alright, so the real purpose of playing this game in peaceful mode, as far as I am concerned, is looking at things like this and going, okay, so I've got the need to produce circuits. I've got the need to build a furnace arrangement. Let me take this setup. See, how do I do this? Blueprint. Grab that. Oh, that. That. No. That. Okay. Oh, you didn't get the inserters. There we go. So, mark that as starter furnaces. Create a blueprint. So that will allow me my blueprint library. I guess keep. Yeah, there we go. So I've got a blueprint now for furnaces. Um, so that's going to let me grab this. Go, oh, I want to plop down another set of furnaces. So rotate this around and just literally plop down more furnaces over here for whatever I need. So part of my plan for this was build a blueprint library because I don't have any blueprints in my, they don't give you blueprints to work from. You can see they've got a couple options here, which I really haven't played with. More blueprints were a pain in the neck. So, it's dark. I have to wait until daytime to really get going with this. But I'm going to want to grab okay, yeah, here's my assembly machines. Grab some assembly machines, and I've got bits and bobs spread out. We want to lay down some blueprint plans and probably pull them up a moment later for circuits. See, I did the initial furnaces. I may want to try and look at science or belt production and get some decent blueprints ready to go. Oh. Now those went into my inventory? Sure, okay, yeah, it's in my library. Alright, so that makes some sense. Looks like, yeah, daybreak is coming soon. So go ahead and we'll start the blueprint building process. Alright, so I know I need one machine making wire. Back up. 3 wire, 6. Yeah, so one machine making wire or 2 assembly machines actually making make wire, make circuits. Oh. Oh, and I may head and off. Yep. Here, grab some iron plates. Fire. And belt passed. So that's going to be copper, iron. I don't want to do that. I want to actually have this so I can feed it off of 2 entry lines. And then run those like that. Yeah. So to options, actually, there was probably a capture blueprint. Yeah. No, select for blueprint to help. Blueprint library. Okay, so that's just up the blueprint. New blueprint. All right, so we need one more belt on each of those to line up correctly. So new blueprint. Oh, and so we want to put that down there and say, oh, all 3 lined up on the same. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Blueprint. Oops. Grab all of this. That is electronic circuit production. And I can just automatically deconstruct this. All right. Let's see. What else did we? Oh, yes. We've got. Not that I'm going to be too silly about this. Power production, we're not going to worry about. Um, with steam engine. Okay, yeah, you've got a little ways to go on that. Still over. No, ran out. That was inserters and belts. Okay. Inserters, belts. I need to plan a layout for. So up there, we're gonna put down there. Oh, yep, and I see where it went through all of the green science. So we're gonna go another 100 and we're 50 and grab another set of 50. Those down over here. Oops, wrong way. All right. And there we go. Finished the lab research speed, which is going to eat things up immensely fast. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do logistics 2 because that's going to be important as far as designing the belt building assembly. All right. Um, so basic belts require plates and gears, but you also want to be able to build underground belts and splitters. Can't remember, and we're gonna have to look at logistics 2 here real quick. Belts, underground belts, and splitters. So yes, we're gonna have assembly machine. So you know what? We're gonna go ahead and allow ourselves to simulate how the assembly line will actually work. Here, grab a whole bunch of put them in his chest. Gonna other way. Pull that out. Up. Good evening. Understandable if you're working the late shift. There's not much you can do about when you can and can't be here. So, all right. Fill up this belt with plates. So to kind of catch you up, the game of the evening is Factorio, which is a kind of a Minecraft-like type of thing, but it's really more about factory building than anything else. You can see I've got all these machines that build various parts that feed into other machines. It's all about trying to optimize things, and really the plan for the evening was to kind of relax, get things started, and the latest version has changed the way blueprints work. So I need to build up a blueprint library. Not to mention also, if I had older blueprints, they'd need to be updated for the new balance, whatever. Um, but being vaguely familiar, yeah, kind of. Being vaguely familiar with the game already, having one in an early access version, is kind of getting things set up again. All right, so let's go back to I need to build. Actually, let's look at gears are half a second, 2 iron plates. Transport belts are half a second, 1 and 1. So get 1 iron gear wheel. Two plates. Take everything out of this. All of this off. Drop 1 plate on here. Actually, 2. That'll satisfy the recipe. Yep, we get 1 gear wheel per 2 plates. The ultimate goal is to launch a rocket. It's way down the technology tree. Let's see. There is rocket fuel allows me to build a rocket silo, which allows you to launch the rocket and win the game. I've got all of this other stuff I would need to research first and build a massive factory to build all the parts of the rocket to get off the planet. Um, Part of that also being all sorts of different science packs. There's also, not that I have been actively interacting with them, enemies you can see on our overhead map view here. I basically turned them off. This is in peaceful mode. They don't expand. They don't attack. Yeah, it's basically reach Aloha Centauri. Well, actually, it's more like escape Aloha Centauri, but same diff. Uh, I like the typo. All right, so your wheel. I want to now put two of these guys down. Oops. Our test. Down. All right. I've got the lights. Why am I reaching for lights? uh, all right. Oh, okay. So yeah, I've got two blueprint starts ready to go. All right. So you're going to build belts. You're going to build belts. Uh, in and whoop, over and out. Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I don't have the plates feeding in. For all right. Now if I grab a whole bunch of these off the line, all of these off the line. Is that going to burn through the... Please don't hoof my hibiscuses. No, that looks like that's going to balance correctly. No, take it back. It's plate line is not going fast enough. I ran out. Okay. Fast inserters. Okay, grab some plates. Continue the experiment. All right. That's massive load of plates. I want 2 fast inserters. That, which will be hopefully faster than together. All these guys going in. Yes, there we go. So no. One gear assembly machine apparently only feeds one belt machine. All right, so that's helpful. Oh, no, I do want that. All right, so to put my power poles over here. But, whoops. Inserter there. Oh, nope, I do want that. And then we will do so that the wires don't show up in my diagram or anything. All right, yep, there. And so now we're going to blueprint this, that. Assembly line. All right, so now having built, I want to pull up the light bulb. Having built my belt assembly line, use it. Is there actually... Oh, there is. Isn't there? All right. You're going to build belts. I also then need to build underground belts, iron plates, splitters, which require iron plates and electronic circuits. So actually click on that. Okay, so iron plates are far end. Belts are the near end. Actually want okay. Do downstream of the belt making. And uh I guess we'll just chest down. All right, so that's going to be hopefully build belts and transfer transfer to underground. Last hour. Yep. So that at least operates correctly. Grab this. Rotate it around the way it is. Belts. Grab this. Ground belt. Really bad chess sounds familiar, so I think I have. Isn't that a chess game that doesn't actually restrict where pieces move? Or maybe it forces you to do invalid piece moves? I can't remember. So this is going to be belt plus underground. Oh, start with semi-random pieces. Oh, I've actually played a couple of variations on that sort of thing. I know of one. I think it's called Chess 960, if I remember the correct number. It's basically all the back row pieces go in a random place. There's, I think, 960 combinations of how that can work out. So that's what they call it. Unless I'm misremembering the actual combinatorics of it. All right, so of that. See, we also need splitters, which is going to require us to add electronic circuits, and I don't feel like dealing with that right now. It is 10 o'clock. This was... I relax and play something semi-casual, not actually stress over optimizing things. Game choice. Oops. And I want my production statistics. Okay. All right. So yeah, we definitely tamed the production beast there, because now it's come down to just the minimum of what things are needed. But grab a handful of inserters. Let's grab a handful of assembly machines. Let's grab a handful of belts. Let the factory come full to life. Yeah, no. A lot of chess type games put down restrictions like that. The one that I mentioned, uh, it is random, but it's only the back pieces. Your front row will always be 8 pawns like normal. But yeah, I can understand a variation where like you could have 3 knights in the front row or something weird, and that would be really bad chess, but it could be an interesting one. Yeah. I don't know how you would train an AI to be able to play that sort of game, though. So I would expect the AI to be dim. I mean, I imagine a reasonable chess AI. Yeah, whoa, 7 bishops. That would be a weird game. Does the AI have a normal layout, or does he mirror yours? Is his random as well? I mean, I could imagine a game where you have 5 queens and the AI has 2 would be a little imbalanced. Yeah. So that's interesting. Go back to the 1 minute, and yeah, we're still. Actually, hold on. We're producing 120 plates, but consuming 300. Oh, I've got such a backlog in the furnaces that it's not actually hitting my belts. So yeah, that kind of tells me. Yeah, any game with more than 2 queens on the board ought to be fairly bloody. Actually, any game where a player has more than 3 of a combination of rooks and queens ought to be fairly bloody. Bishops are too easy to blockade against by being on the wrong color. But rooks and queens make for a powerful assault force. Yeah. I mean, my factory here is built so tight it could definitely use some work, but I feel like I did a decent job, at least getting started on playing the game, showing off what it's like, and pull up the blueprint library, getting at least some blueprints that I can use in a further expansion. You know what? I'm also going to take advantage of this and can't reach that. Let's pull down these power poles. How well can I? Does it? No. It's just short. No, the game doesn't score you on square footage or anything of the sort. So I'm just doing this for my own self. Uh, it's basically OCD back scratcher. Um, Not that I think the tight construction is a good idea, but getting started and playing quickly. Like we've played for 2.5 hours of this game. Usually you're just barely getting started with that. I used a mod to get started quicker, and I built tight rather than efficient, and spread out in order to get going a little faster. And yeah, clear that out. Um, Saw this. Trick miners. Export that to my blueprint library. Basic belts. Belt. Okay, so yeah. Clear the blueprints out of here. Okay. I kind of guessed as much from from what they were saying, but it's fine. All right, so now we'll drop my power poles back in. Not that my ore production got backed up so far that it would needed, but all right. I think I am done with this for the evening. I may actually come back to this game later when I've got a better blueprint library built up and I've done some more stuff with it off stream. But for the moment, I think I'm satisfied at least. You know, we really didn't get anywhere in what the game asks of you because we just now got tier 2 belts. And of course, we didn't do anything with trains, which, if we do this again, will probably be the focus of the episode. Is, oh look, I've unlocked trains. I've got a factory that's ready to go. Um, let's work out the logistics with trains. So go ahead and we'll make sure we save this. Uh, quit out. Good night, all.